Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Sorry I have the air conditioner cranked this morning because it's 9 o'clock and it's already 85 degrees. We are up in a field getting some green feed bales for the girls to put out back right as soon as we get back because they've already gone outside and they need something out there since there's no pasture. So we're gonna put these out for them today so they can stay in the free stall and not go out and get hot.
I'll put the other one on its back.
All right. I am. He wants to make sure you guys see his load of steak. Such a show off. Well, there we go. Now he's gonna leave the Kubota here and the Massey's already up here, and I have to come up later today and bale a couple more for tomorrow. And I don't know, we're just kind of worried about feed this year because we always green feed like this just because it's easier. We still do have hay left from last year. Mostly dry hay. We do have a few wrapped bales left from last year, but we try to green feed because like this area right here is one of the wettest fields that we have. We never cut into it when we do like this field and the rest of it because it's just so wet. And this year I didn't even make any marks or even come close to making marks with the baler, and that's insane because the baler is very heavy, especially when you have a big wrap bale in it or a big wet bale in it. And I almost always leave marks if I'm up in this direction, and I haven't sunk in anywhere. I've never seen it like this. When I was spreading manure the other day down in the other field, I have never been in that field down that low spreading manure and not made a rut at all. Just drove right through it with full load. Said headed back. I told you there's a lot up here. This is a big section. I was just talking about how I can't believe I've never been in this area and not almost gotten stuck with the baler.
No.
Never.
Never. Even right.
Or the field we were spreading the other day. I've never driven through that area. I've never seen it this dry. Nobody can have fires or do anything right now.
No.
It's
They
just
won't even let
too
trucks
dangerous.
in the woods, I don't think.
No. This is the second crop.
Pretty bad.
What?
Bad. If you got some rain though, this might save it a little, but
There's clover in it, but look how burnt it is. Just so brown.
good crop of milkweed.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing that likes this heat, apparently. Somebody hit you in the eye. It's all weepy. Come on, girls. You can go eat over there. So we just put out one bale. Brent's going out to get another. The cows must be out in the only spot really in the pasture that has any grass left, which is kind of, it's in the woods. It's kind of like this weird wet area. It's like marshy kind of, but it grows this really, really nice grass, really, really lush. It's pretty muddy in there, but they like to go in there and eat when it's hot like this because it's nice and shady. So that's probably where they are, because nobody is in the freestall. And the heifers, I don't think there's any cows. I think it's all the heifers. Yes, all the heifers are on the pad. Well, there is one cow on the other side of that bale. So he's gonna put this other one in the square feeder. One of you asked in the last video, or a couple of you asked in the last video, since it's been so dry, how is the frog pond holding up? And believe it or not, that is only down like, I don't know, maybe like a foot, not much at all. If it keeps going this way and we do eventually get rain in the fall, I don't think we'll have to fill that. I don't know why. It is spring fed, but last year, like I said, it wasn't super, super dry and we had to fill that. It was down like 3 feet or 4 feet or something like that. It was a lot. So I really can't tell you why this year it's staying up better, but so far it's fine. So now the cows will come up eventually. I would assume it's too hot to stay out there and graze. The next thing on our list was to clean out the calf pen, but I don't know if we're gonna do that because it's super hot. But they do definitely need it, and I want to put Satie in with them. She would really enjoy that, so it's not terrible in the barn. So maybe we'll still do that, and then we have to pick up the sawdust truck because the sawdust truck is ready. So then we'll go do that.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, I am sweating like crazy. We took 2 buckets out of here, which is pretty good considering we put a whole bucket of sawdust in here. So one of those buckets is sawdust and the rest is manure. Could not be a harder place to get in. I don't know why they didn't make this whole thing bigger when they built the barn, but the skid steer barely fits through here and it barely fits in this area, but we make it work. It's what we have. Can't really afford to build a whole new calf facility right now. So they're overeating their cornmeal right now, except the one who is struggling with the partial wean off phase, Rosie. She's still gets milk, but she only gets a bottle in the morning and a bottle at night, and it is not her favorite thing ever. She does eat grain, obviously. You can tell by how much grain is on my hand now. Thank you for that. So she's actually bigger than the 2 black and white belteds that are in here, because I mean she's a Holstein milking shorthorn cross, so she's pretty big. The others are Dutch belted crosses. I can't remember exactly what both of them are, but they're going to be smaller cows. So she's already surpassed them, and I'm assuming Satie probably will too. But this big Dutch belted that you see right here, Poppy, she's going to be going over to the heifer barn in probably a month or less. Before we clean it out the next time, she won't be in here anymore. So Brent's just bringing a load of sawdust. We're gonna dump that in here. I'll move it around a little bit. Honestly, they do most of the moving it around. They get all excited and kick it around. So they do my job for me, but I just make sure that there's not too much up on this curb where they eat. Otherwise, they'll just make a huge mess of it. You gotta go away for a second, honey. Go eat grain. You gotta go. Just for a minute. I did actually take their water out and clean that up. I've got that, I've just got something underneath the float right now to keep that from filling. So I can take it in there while it's empty and it's not super heavy. They made the side of it really dirty, but that's not a big deal. So I'll drag that back in there. First thing I want to do though is see how hard it's going to be to get Satie over here. So let's try that. I anticipate this to be fun.
I think we take that big one over.
Yeah, she needs to go over.
She's the one making a mess.
Yeah. What do you think? You got buddies. Hi, baby. What do you think? Rosie makes you look so small. She's finally over there playing. Brent just made the mention we're definitely gonna have to move this one probably this week because she's too big to be in there with Satie. I almost called her Rosie. She's too big to be in there with her, pushing her around. Oh, she just kicked Poppy right in the face. So maybe she's fine. She's feisty. Oh, hello. Run right into me. Okay, bye. No, you can't come with me. Those are your new friends. I'm afraid she's a mama's baby. Go play with them. She's literally over here headbutting my leg when I was in there, like, let's play. There she goes. Oh, wipe out. Careful, you can't go through a gate. Man, I knew she was wild, but... all right, so we are officially done in the barn for this morning. Now we're going and see what Brent's doing. I think he's washing the tank. The milk truck just showed up and picked up milk, so I think he's gonna rinse it and then he's gonna start the wash. We should clean out the cribs, but honestly, that's a job for another day. It's just too dang hot to be doing that today. It is, let's see. It's been about an hour since I last told you guys. According to the thermometer across the road, it's already 87. All right, so it's been a few minutes. Brent is in there running, or he's just starting the tank wash right now. I thought I would go ahead and bed the barn right now rather than later because I know how much we're gonna wanna do it later when it's 95, like 0%. So I did that really quick, so it'll be all ready for the girls to come in tonight. We do still have one of the fans going down near the freestall because there are still some cows in the freestall. They'll eat on the pad for a while and then they'll come into the freestall and hang out in the shade, and then they'll go back, come back in, and then they just keep doing that all day long. So the next thing is we're gonna go pick up the sawdust truck. I will catch up with you guys when we get back because I'm not gonna be doing any filming. I have to drive the truck back. I'll catch up with you guys after that. We'll probably head out and bale. I don't think I told you how hot it was gonna be today. So it's supposed to be 95 today and 97 tomorrow, which is supposed to be record breaking for Maine. And surprisingly enough, we are in a drought in the central Maine area. Like I said earlier, we're not allowed to start fires. You're not allowed to take a vehicle into the woods. It's very, very serious. And the county, like the upper part of Maine, which I have only been to like one time in my life, which I know is probably shocking, but I've only been up there one time, and I was really young, so I don't really remember it. But up where we grow our potatoes in Maine, I guess they haven't even been irrigating their potatoes. That's what Brent said anyway. Isn't it? Didn't you say that we are in a drought, but like Aroostook County, like, you know.
We had rain this summer. We haven't had a lick.
Yeah, but they're fine, right? They haven't even had to irrigate their potatoes.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's weird. Down here, just dry as a popcorn fire.
It is, though. It's not really funny. It's scary. Oh well. Nobody's gonna get a corn crop this year either, I don't think.
Not much. They'll get some, but there won't be any year.
Nope.
Really won't be any,
Nope.
much of an year.
Well, it's only like what, maybe 5 feet tall, and it's tasseled out.
Yeah.
And it's only gonna shrink once it gets closer and closer to chopping season. It's already.
I think I had to chop.
Yeah. It's already yellow, and all the leaves are pointed right up, waiting for water.
Imagine how long it would take to get a load with a 2-row chopper like we used to do.
Long
Go
time.
around 1,000 times before you get a load.
Yeah. It was. I mean, I only rode and packed up the pile, but it was fun.
2-row is fun if it's a good thick corn, but I mean when you have to go around, you feel 5 times to get a half a load. That's no fun. Uses a lot of diesel fuel, and I don't miss corn at all. I mean
It's for the farmer who wants to get a lot of tonnage per
Yeah,
acre. That's
yeah.
the only reason people do corn.
What it costs for a bag of seed, and what it costs to spray it and to harvest it, and to
Didn't you say you used to do 150 acres? 125. 125 or 150
125 acres
of corn, and it
120.
cost you $12,000 in seed, right?
I think seed back then was $200 a bag.
Yeah, and that did 2 acres,
Yeah,
so 12,000.
60 bags, 60 pounds. Yeah, 12 pounds.
12.
Yeah, I had to get somebody to spray it,
That-
and then they usually come when the wind was blowing. So you'd have to get them to come back with Roundup later. You had to buy Roundup ready corn usually.
Yep. If we ever did do corn again, I would just like to do like 50 acres.
50 acres.
Like no more than
Just
that.
to give them a taste.
You don't.
But if you get a good tonnage or 50 acres, that's quite a bit of corn.
Yeah.
I mean, 120 acres now.
But
Like this, you would probably fill 1 bunk maybe.
yeah. Oh, this that they got on your land right now? No. You probably fill 1 of your bunks. You used to fill 2 when you did it. But the corn is different now. The corn when you used to do corn, I swear, some of those were like the size of my wrist.
Yeah.
Just huge.
Huge.
Now they got that
Remember we had
BMR
Gale-
corn that's like
we
the
had
size of
Gale
your
chopper.
thumb.
If you got going too fast with that Gale chopper, the stalks would shear a shear bolt.
Yeah?
The stalks are so thick, and the roots and feelers.
Yeah, those runners are like
They
huge.
go out that far, just rugged. Now it's just the size of your pinky.
Yeah.
And you might have a decent ear, but nothing like it used to be.
I remember the corn when I was a kid was like
Yeah.
so dark green, and
There was
just
a farmer
huge
down in
stalks.
central Maine who'd been around a long time. He said, "You want to chop just as close to the ground as you can, as you dare to, because that's where all the sugars are."
Yep. But now nobody picks rocks because they do no-till.
Nobody takes the time to pick a rock, so you have to chop that high.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they chop that high, because they're too lazy to pick a rock. Go up and down the field a couple times with a couple of people and somebody driving. You can pick the big ones.
Yeah. And also nobody tills out under.
No.
Those
Well,
tall
you
corn
can pick it
stalks.
once. The way they do no-till now, that's a foolish no-till.
They've done studies.
All those nutrients need to be turned under sometime. And
They've done studies. Like one guy went back to tilling because he was getting such poor quality corn. He'd been no-tilling for 20
Yeah.
years. And he went back to tilling and he started getting like, I can't remember, it was like, whatever he was getting, I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was, I don't know. But he was getting so much more that he said it more than covered the fuel cost to go till it.
I mean, yes, I mean, I guess
No-till is easier and faster, that's...
what's the diesel fuel it takes to harvest?
Yeah, but if you're getting so much more because all that nutrients is
Yeah.
going back into the ground.
I don't know. It's just
To each their own, I suppose.
It's beyond this little farm scope. Spending all that money and then hope you get it back and hope the milk gets off it. Yeah, we don't ship a lot of milk here, but we don't have anything in it. That's the key. It doesn't matter how much milk you ship, it's how cheaply you do it. That's it.
Baleage is our biggest
Dry hay,
expense.
There's no milk in
No.
dry hay unless it's second crop.
The only thing dry hay does is keep them alive.
Yeah, it's just it keeps, like my father said, it tickles their rumen.
Yeah.
Tickles their stomach, makes them. That's the only thing it's good for. Second crop makes milk, but first crop is a lifesaver.
I will say though, that first crop oats that we baled for baleage, that was amazing feed.
We're gonna do oats next year.
That was good feed.
We're gonna drill some oats right into our hay field. Just drill it right in, let it grow right up with the rest of the stuff.
Yep. Today's Farmers Talk brought to you by Sunnydale Farms.
Brought to you by the poor farmer.
By the poor farmer.
Eating 2 times a day since 1962.
Pretty soon we'll be having 3 meals a day. Woohoo! Moving up in the world. But this is the only reason right here that small farmers make it. A 20-year-old skid steer.
That's 20 years old. The International 10666 is 50 years old. The Kubota is 20 years old.
The Massey's 21.
The rake, the new idea rake, is 25 years old.
The spreaders are
The spreaders,
18.
Those are relatively new, 2007. Well,
that's 18 years ago.
18 years ago we got those spreaders.
The newest
baler is 40. The bale is 40 years old. I got that.
What?
I mean the ELO wrapper is 40 years old.
Yeah.
That's an early 80s wrapper.
Tell everybody, you bought that in when?
2003.
2003. You've been using it for 23 seasons, right?
Yeah.
We figured it out. You used it that year. You used when you got it.
Used a lot when I got it.
And he's been using it for 23 seasons.
Yeah.
A used wrapper. You might have to, I mean, you redid the hydraulics on it. That's it.
The pump. I had a pump last year.
No, well, you redid the hydraulics 2 years, or in 16 you did.
Yeah. In 16, I had a new.
I can barely see you. I don't know why.
I've done some work to it, but in 23 years, not much.
No.
Probably like a couple $1,000 work in 23 years. Yeah, that's about what it was. 20.
And what?
$2,000.
What's the difference? We've looked at new ones. You looked at an Anderson,
yeah,
and a K brand. They just nothing to them.
No.
Tiny little
that's a rugged old thing.
beams that go across.
You got to know how to run it. You got to go to MIT to know how to run it. Plus, it's got a steak knife for a plastic cutter.
Yeah, but you've had a steak knife on there for 15 years.
Oh, more than that.
And it's been fine, so you don't have to spend money.
I broke a steak knife in two and screwed it, drilled it. I think I drilled it. And bolted it to there, and it cuts perfect. Why spend $50 on a cutter knife at ELO or wherever? They don't even, you can't, I don't think you can even get past the old one now.
I think the only parts you can get are from Europe anyway.
Yeah.
We had an ELO dealer right in Maine, and the distributor, yeah. They went out like what? Like we stopped in like 6 years ago,
yeah,
and they went out of business.
Well,
went out of business.
5, but if the part breaks, you got to make one.
Which is fine. I mean, you got a really, really good machinist / welder. He can make anything.
Yeah.
So why not run your old stuff? At least it doesn't have computers on it that you can't figure out. I'm gonna get mad if we keep talking about
the
it.
The tether's 20 years old.
Is this done? You want me to shut this off? I've been reading.
Yeah.
Also had to replace our little floodlight because it broke for the last time.
Yeah, we had to replace it.
Brent's rinsing that out right now, and then we're gonna head over to pick up the yellow dog. It's back. And it's 93 degrees now. Look who's settled right in. Guys, stop laughing at me, please. Weirdos. Good evening, guys. It is 2 days later. So the last couple days we honestly haven't been doing much because I think today is the last day of the heat we've been having. Yesterday was 95, the day before that was 94, and then today was a little bit cooler at 93. So we've been having a heat wave, but like I said, I think it's supposed to break. I think tomorrow is supposed to be in the like mid 80s, so that will seem much cooler. The girls don't seem to mind at all. They just came in for nighttime milking and they're not even breathing hard. It's 92 out there right now. And they're just kind of chewing their cud, relaxing. They spent most of the day in the free stall and eating hay on the pad and just chilling. So everything's all good there. Tomorrow we have a 55% chance of rain, but I think it's just like a little bit of rain. Like there's a 55% chance of rain that it's gonna sprinkle. Other than that, we have a hurricane that's kind of moving toward the east coast, which we're hoping we get the rain from that. We're not hoping we get the wind, obviously, because crops like the corn and stuff might suffer if we do get that wind. But anyway, we're just finishing up here tonight. I haven't been doing anything except spending time in the pool the last couple days, basically. I did some green feed baling, which yesterday was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. The baler got plugged up with grass and it started wrapping around the rollers, so I spent an hour picking that out. I was supposed to do that and then go home, so Brent wasn't around. I didn't want to call him to bug him. Since I knew I could get it out myself, it was just going to take me some time. So like I said, I spent an hour picking that out right in the hot sun. It was 95 yesterday, so it was like right at the peak of the day. It was like 11:30 or something, and it was really, really hot standing out there doing that. But I did get it undone, and I got the green feed bales done for that day, and then today, and then one for tomorrow. So then we'll have to go back out and do some more green feeding, and then we'll have to find our next field to do, which is one of the farthest fields away from us. Will be the next one we do. But we actually did have this is our second. Yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday, we had our first wildfire. So that was in like Baileyville or something like that, and it's like a 20-acre fire or a 30-acre fire, and they have it sort of contained, I guess. And then we had another fire I heard about today. I'm not really sure where that was, but so things are getting pretty serious as far as the lack of rain is concerned. There are, I mean, I don't know if there's people that are doing things that are starting the fire. The one today kind of looked like it was something to do with a logging operation that maybe caught something on fire. I don't really know for sure. But yeah, if it keeps going this way, it's gonna get really, really bad. So I'm sorry that we weren't really doing much in this video. It's just been too hot to do anything. We're supposed to have a major cool down. It's supposed to go back to being in the low 70s, which I can't wait for. Hallelujah. I don't like hot weather. I can deal with cold weather a lot easier than I can deal with hot weather, I guess. But I guess that's just the Mainer in me. So I wanted to show you guys really quick. I have a Milky Way, which happens to be one of her favorite candy bars. This is Sally, one of our older cows. She's 17, I believe. She's a Guernsey cross of some sort. I would say she's either Guernsey Ashire or Guernsey Holstein cross. And she loves candy, so I thought I would show you guys how much she loves candy. We'll open this up. It's all melted because everything is too hot. So we'll get that out and give it to her. Hard to do with one hand. There we go. Sally, you want a little treat? Do you want a little treat? Oh, oh, we dropped it. We dropped it. Mayday. There you go. Yum, yum. I think I've made most of the cows into candy addicts. Haven't I? Yes. So we're gonna milk the girls. Thank you so much for watching this video. Fly just landed right on my eye. Keep it real, keep farming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.